Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. So today on the workbench I'm just going to be doing a quick video showing off the weapons. These weapons have had a lot of different techniques applied to them, but I'm just going to talk quickly about the inks that I used. On all the green areas, so the Nomex gloves on this guy's weapon and the assault box on the saw that I'll be showing really quickly, I used the Citadel Camo Shade ink. It gives greens a lot of depth, and it just sort of makes them look a little bit more real. Then for everything else, I first gave it a wash of Nuln Oil, which is the black ink, and then over top of that, only on specific areas, like on all the sort of coyote tan areas where the operator painted on his weapon, I used Agrax Earth Shade, which is sort of the burnt umber ink from Citadel. And it really makes everything sort of look a little bit different. On the metallic areas, the Nuln Oil makes them look more metallic, and on the coyote brown areas, the Agrax Earth Shade makes them look more brown, which, yeah. So, there you go. I do recommend the Citadel inks, especially if you're doing any sort of small work, figure painting, things like that. They come in real handy because they're really easy to use. And you can thin them down with water if you want to do streaking and basic stuff like that. So moving on, we have the M249. A little bit less definition on this weapon. I didn't want to put any sort of Duracoat stuff on here. As you can see on the grip, however, I applied diagonal stripes with the same coyote brown, as in he took like a wax chalk markers, something like that, and applied the stripes just to make it sort of look a little bit more like a personalized touch that the operator would have applied, like tiger stripes or something, not really for any sort of tactical benefit because it doesn't break up the outline of the weapon. The box, as you will note, is not the kit part. I swapped out some of the bits on this weapon with live resin replacements. It's just direct replacements, and I decided to leave the bipod off. Now, this box comes in the 249 set from Live Resin, and if I can show you, this weapon now has the remains of a belt coming out of the receiver. And there's actually, the Live Resin part and the Evolution weapon correspond beautifully. I don't know if they sort of collaborated on that, but the ammunition does slot in perfectly, and this is all in 1/35 scale resin stuff. And as you can see, this is a really cool detail that I didn't plan on, but it just sort of came out that way. The ammunition is actually hanging down, and it hasn't met up with the box because he's been shooting all day, so he's actually running just short of ammo. So there you go. Again, I always try to be sparing with any sort of metallic colors, especially on weapons, especially on modern special operators, because they would dull down any shiny bits on their weapons so that they didn't have any glint from the sun and give away their position. But there is some metal work, and for all that metal work, where I knew there was going to be heavy metal work, I applied an off-white very sparingly initially, and then I covered that up with dry brushing of a gunmetal. For this, I used Citadel bolt gunmetal. So that's all I really wanted to show you today. The figures are well on their way. They're almost 75% done now, I'd say, but I just wanted to show off the weapons, and we'll talk about the figures in another video. Thanks very much for watching. Follow us on Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter for more workbench sort of stuff, daily stock updates, etc. I also wanted to say thank you to all the subscribers and all you guys who have been messaging me and talking about the projects you're working on, sending me photos and stuff like that. I think that's really cool, and I really appreciate that sort of stuff. And yeah, check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com. The link's in the description as always. I'll see you next time.